Hey YouTube, it's me again with another cheap Glock mod that will keep your Glock factory, but ideally improve it a little bit. Once again, empty magazine out of the gun, empty magazine well. Nothing in the chamber, but we'll check anyways. Nothing's running through it. So the model we're going to talk about today, if you couldn't already tell, is the magazine release. If you look back at my Glock review video, that's one of the only things I don't like about this gun, is that no matter how hard I tried, I could not get that magazine release to pop the magazine out without significantly shifting my firing grip. Is it a huge deal? No. Is it something that's easily fixed? Absolutely. And it's cheaply fixed. This is the factory Glock magazine release. The one I've got in here now cost about $10. And it's a Glock magazine release. It's still a Glock factory part. I'm going to get behind the camera, see if I can give you a view of this. You can see right there that it protrudes just a little bit off the side of the gun there, unlike the old magazine release, which was pretty much flush. I've heard a lot of people complain about that sticking too far out, and that's why they don't do it. They think the magazine will accidentally release during concealed carry. A lot of people say that when you put the magazine in and set it down on your nightstand, if you're right-handed, you normally put the magazine release down, then it's going to pop out. But I mean, I can set this thing down all day. I can drop it reasonably as any person would, but unless I press down on the gun, the magazine's not going to come out of it. I mean, I don't know. It's just not a problem for me. It does scrape me a little bit on my back the way I carry, but all that requires is just maybe pulling my boxers up just that extra little quarter-inch higher, because I like to carry deep, and that's all it takes. It doesn't really press into you; it just kind of scrapes a bit. So once you just pull your boxers up or wear the gun a little bit lower, you're really not going to feel it. It's not an issue at all. The install is pretty simple, but my camera is just not good enough to show you. So I've drawn some goofy little pictures. They're probably pretty bad, but did the best I could. Really the only thing you're going to need besides the new magazine release is some kind of a small screwdriver. I got lucky, and this one is extremely small, tiny little flathead. Had that available to me. Worked great. But what you're going to do is look down the magazine well. Sorry, I keep leaning to see through the camera. Look down the magazine well, and on this front edge here, right where your fingers would go when you're holding the gun, is where my diagram is, as if you're looking through the gun against this wall right there. So basically, when you look down that, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see a bit of a cutaway out of the Glock right here, and it's going to be kind of this indentation. This is the current magazine release going through it, and there's a little notch there for this dotted line, which is a spring. The spring's pushing the magazine release out this way, and that's why when you push it in, you release the mag. So all you're going to do is take your screwdriver, go up in there, and push on the side of this spring here. Push the spring until it's in that notch, and then just slightly lift back up out, as if you're coming in this angle towards the camera. Lift it out, and then this is the way it's facing in the gun, like that. So you actuate it from here. And once you lift that spring out, you're just going to push it on out the side, pop the next one in. I guess to clarify, you'll push the magazine release out the right-hand side of the gun, left to right. And when you put the new magazine release in, you put it in from the right side of the gun, from right to left. I'm going to try to hold this up to the camera, let you see if you can see the notch on here that I was talking about. Like I said, I've got a really bad camera. Not a very stable platform, but that's the notch right there. You can see the screwdriver going into it. And then on the bottom here, kind of shows you right where that spring can move left and right before it pops out the top there. See if I can show you a little more depth. Spring goes in there, and curves off to the right here. Got a little diagram of that on the back. I think this is, yeah, if you're holding it this way, you can kind of see the spring goes up in there and then slides to the right. And all you're going to do is push it till it reaches the notch and then pop it back out. So yeah, really, really simple install. I like the mag release. What I will say is it's not perfect. When stupid. When I get my full grip on the gun, I still can't release just from pressing. But now instead of having to shift my entire grip, all I have to do is take this middle finger and put it on the side of the trigger guard. That gives me enough leverage right there to release it. So it's just a training issue. Just takes a half second right there. Just pop that finger up. Pops right back down every time. Don't lose your firing position. I like it. So yeah, for for $10, I think that's a pretty good mod to have. And I've been carrying with it like this for maybe 3 weeks now, maybe a whole month. I'm not sure, but I haven't had one single accidental mag release. So I think it's pretty reliable. I guess it just depends on you and how you carry and what you like doing to your gun. But thanks for watching.